Good morning friends and welcome to the pre-market view. We have seen persistent weakness in the global markets, and US markets were down about 1.35 to almost about 1.5%, and this is fourth or fifth consecutive days of weakness that we've seen, and the markets are trading below the 200 days moving average on the global growth concerns, particularly emanating from the Eurozone. Also we have seen that the indicators which are coming from US have been quite mixed, so that is leading to some kind of a confusion, and that is creating a lot of volatility in the currency markets as well. European markets, however, were up anywhere from 0.25 to 0.75%, and when we look at the Asian markets today morning, Nikkei is down almost about 1.45%, however Hang Seng is up about 0.75 odd percent, and SGX Nifty is suggesting that we are going to open up about 12 to 15 points higher. The flows have turned negative for us for the past 12 to 14 trading sessions, and even in yesterday's trade the FIs were net sellers in the cash market to the tune of almost about 640 odd crore. The domestic institutions, however, have been lending support, and there was a buying to the tune of about 520 odd crore, and in the index futures we've seen FIs selling to the tune of almost about 830 crore. Overall sentiment for our own market continues to be negative, and we think that the technical structure of the market has got definitely affected because of the lower flows and the fact that the pockets where there was a lot of strength, they have actually given up in the past about 5 to 6 trading sessions. Also the bounce backs are not actually sustaining beyond a point. So in a weak global setup where the flows are not coming out strongly, the market is likely to remain a bit weak. So we will have to watch out for the next few days to see how things are going to shape up in the next few days. On that note, let me invite Sadhana to take us through important F&O cues and ideas that we can have from the F&O side.
Good morning friends, let's have a view on derivatives. The Indian benchmark indices staged a smart recovery in yesterday's trade. As we have seen that Nifty started the session with gap down opening, but very soon Nifty has taken support at around 7800 odd levels, and from there it's recovered sharply, backed by gains in many of the blue chip counters across with sectoral indices. And Nifty finally snapped its session at around 7911 level with a marginal gain of 0.31%. In this period we have seen that short positions were squared off by market players, as open interest decreased by 3% from 1 crore 65 lakhs to 1 crore 59 lakhs. Approximately 10,000 contracts were shredded in Nifty futures, and Nifty futures price increased from 7886 to 7911, approximately 25 rupees. On the other hand, cost of carry also increased by 19% from 6.23% to 7.39%, and Nifty futures premium increased marginally from 26.85 to 27.15 odd levels. On the options front, PCR remained at same 0.88, but we have seen that call option has added 22 lakh shares in open interest in yesterday's trade, whereas put option has added approximately 19 lakh shares in open interest. India VIX was up by 1% marginally. It was increased from 14.33 to 14.50 odd levels. In the options activity, we have seen that 7,800 call option has added good number of shares in open interest in yesterday's trade, followed by 8,000 and 8,200. In the put option front also, we have seen that 7,000 has added good number of shares in yesterday's trade, followed by 7,900 and 7,500 was also active in yesterday's trade. So we have seen that 7,800 call option as well as put option has seen good activity, so that's why market has taken support at that level. There is one security in ban period, which is Indiabulls Real Estate. FIs were net sellers of 820 crores in DEX futures. They were net buyers of 648 crore in DEX options. They were net sellers of 21 crore in net stock futures, and they were net sellers of 10 crore in stock options. Our 5-day CVF stands at 7,900. Lower range for the market would be 775, which is our straddle breaking point on lower side, and higher range would be 7950. If Nifty breaks this level, 7950 level, we can see more upside in the market. And we have seen that Singapore Nifty is up by 40 points, which is at 7950. So we may see a gap up opening in Nifty futures today. That's it from derivatives. Thank you.
Friends, let me take you through Sharekhan pre-market action report, starting with actionable ideas. First of all, there is a long call on Future Lifestyle, as the company has tied up with Amazon India on the e-commerce front, and this tie-up would help it sell the private labels in the fashion category. So one can go long on Future Lifestyle with stop loss of 91.80 and a target of about 96 to 98. Island FS Engineering, there's a long call as the company has got an order of 1232 crore from NHAI. So one can go long there with stop loss of 52 and a target of about 58. DLF, major negative news on this counter as the Security and Exchange Board of India SEBI has barred this company and 6 of its directors, including chairman, from accessing the capital market for next 3 years. This is because of the violation by the company at the time of doing their IPO somewhere in 2007. So one can short DLF with a stop loss of 149 and a target of about 144 to about 140. And in other news and update, the CPI or the retail inflation has come in at 6.46%, which is the lowest that we have seen since January 2012, which is mainly driven by the drop in the food prices and the subdued demand for industrial goods. So that's a bit of a positive. And the Tata board has approved the issue of NCDs to the tune of about 3,700 odd crore. Reliance came out with their numbers for the quarter, and numbers were more or less in line with market expectations. The company has reported a GRM of about 8.3 versus about 7.7 last year. The Coal Ministry has asked the companies to furnish details about the coal blocks alerted to them over the past 2 decades in preparation for a government's takeover of the coal mines whose licenses were struck down by the Supreme Court last month. And NPPA has slapped a penalty of 300 crore on Novartis for overcharging of certain drugs. And Suven Life has got patent for CNS molecule from the US and South Korea. In other news, in an indication of a turnaround in the CV sales, the Tata Motors has reported almost about 8.59% kind of a growth in September after 16 months of decline. And for telecom companies, a bit of positive news, as the government may allow them to use spectrum as collateral bank loans. So watch out for some positive action in stocks like Bharti and Idea. And foreign institutional investors can buy up to 74% in the paid-up capital of UPL or United Phosphorus Limited. That's it from all of us, friends. Have a great trading session. See you tomorrow at the same time.